Hey friends! Today I'm going to bring you inside of a coaching session and answer the two questions that you all have been asking since I made the choice to start coaching full time. So the first question is, what does a life coach actually do? That varies from coach to coach. My specialty is working with women on their confidence and building lives that are more authentic and fulfilling to the way they want to live. There are so many women who poured into me and made me into the woman I am today, and I found that I wanted to be a part of that process for anyone who was ready to take that leap. So when I start a session, once I get all the things that I need and I get comfortable, the first thing I do is check in with my client and see where they are on the goals that we set from the last session. This is important for me as well as the woman I'm working with because it sets the tone for where we're going to go with this session. I do have a general framework for each session, but I also have to leave room for who the woman is on the other side of the screen and anything she may have to contribute to the session. Because coaching is just as much about guidance as it is about co-creation, which I will get to when I answer question number 2. It also gives me a chance to see what changes I need to make to my process to better fit my client. Once I have a good idea of where they are and where we're going to go with the session, we pause and do a little bit of breath work. This is important because the majority of the women that work with me are professionals with very demanding jobs. This means I'm usually working with them on their lunch break or at the end of their workday. Because of that, we need to take a moment to decompress so that they can fully contribute to their session. It also allows them a brief moment of calm in the middle of what may be a hectic day. After we've properly set the mood and our intention for the session, this is where we get to jump into the meat of the process. For ethical reasons, I obviously can't let you listen in on the session, but what I can tell you is that this client is on phase 3 of my process, and today we discussed identity-based habits and how to use them to affirm your authentic identity. Once she had a good handle on the concept, we then created a plan to integrate habits into her life that are more aligned with the way she wants to represent herself in the world. Additionally, we customize a habit tracker for her so she has a way to keep track of her progress between now and her next appointment. Any remaining free time at the end is free time to discuss whatever she'd like or to get advice on anything that I can ethically give her advice on. I hope that answers question number 1. If it doesn't, just send me a DM and we can talk about it. Now, question number 2 is, why did I choose to be a life coach over a therapist? This is actually a phenomenal question because becoming a licensed therapist was my original goal. I am a huge fan of therapy. I suggest it to everyone that needs it. I have reaped the benefits of therapy so many times. It just wasn't the modality that was most authentic for me to support women in. I chose life coaching because it allows me the opportunity to give guidance in a co-creative process while providing accountability and a ton of empathy. I hope that answers your questions, and if you have any more, please feel free to shoot me a DM.